It's one thing to say that 2026 is gonna be your year. It's another thing to actually do it. Hi friends, I missed you. How have you been? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jameson. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more of me. This video and this setup is a little bit different than what you're used to, but I'm doing a lot of different things in 2026, so we're just gonna have to get used to it together. But I heard the girlies are saying that 2026 is gonna be their year, so what are we doing to work towards that? I can hear you guys now.
Jameson, the first week of 2026 is already over. Nothing is getting done. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I feel so behind.
We're giving up before we've even started. We still have 51 other weeks to get through. You are not behind. It is going to be okay. So with that, we are going to get into some tips, tricks, strategies you can use to make sure that 2026 truly is your best year yet. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my notes right in front of me because I came prepared for y'all, okay? We're not doing stuff off the fly. I'm planning and I'm doing this year, okay? Okay. And it's not gonna be some long plan either. I promise this video is not gonna be like an hour-long 30-point episode, okay? There's 5 things we're gonna do. And I say we because I'm doing these things also, okay? I wouldn't tell y'all to do something if I'm not currently or have already done it myself. Without further ado, let's get into it. First up on the agenda is you need to have a strategy. The Pinterest board, the mood board, the vision board even, not enough. It is a wonderful place to start, but it can't be the only thing you do. It's one thing to pin all of your aspirations on one board and hang it up on your wall and just kind of look at it every day. And it's another thing to actually do it. Are we seeing a theme in this video today? 2026 is a year for action and doing versus just over planning. This year, I did both a vision board and I created a personal curriculum. Basically, I broke my year up into quarters. Okay, so right now we're in Q1, January, February, March, and I picked 3 of my goals to serve as my classes I'm taking this semester or quarter. And then under each goal, I have, different measurable actions I can take, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, to serve as my homework for the modules for said classes. I actually did a full video on this on TikTok for my wellness series. So I will link my TikTok down below so you can go watch it. I dive a little more into it, but that's the general gist of where we're going. I'm not saying you have to plan out your strategy like this, but we do need something that tracks and measures your progress month by month, quarter by quarter, however you want to divvy it up. Goal without a plan is just a wish after all. So this is how we're gonna turn our goals into results. Step 2 is we're gonna let go of the timelines. Now, I know this sounds like the complete opposite of what I just said, but I promise it actually does tie in here. If it's not already clear, I am extremely type A. My world revolves around a calendar. Almost every move of my life is pretty planned out, right? However, if I've learned anything in this past year, it is that my timeline is not the one that matters. Only God's. Amen? So would I like things to be done at the time that I've set for myself? Absolutely. Do I also know that if God knows I'm not prepared to handle what I have planned for myself, He's not going to give it to me until I work through that, and I am? Also, absolutely. You can say, I want to lose 20 pounds by April, and maybe you only lose 10. However, let's say you get to the end of the year and you end up losing a total of 30. Are you going to be mad that you only lost 10 by April and not 20?
That's not what the fans want to see. That's literally what the fans don't want to see.
Just some food for thought. Another example, I was ranting on my close friends on Instagram, as a girl does, about how I had some YouTube content that I was probably gonna have to scrap because I had filmed it months ago and it just wasn't edited, and I was really upset because I was like, it is good content, but it's not, the moment has passed. It's not really interesting. It's not gonna get me my views, whatever. And one of my homeboys slid up, hey, if you're watching, he slid up on my story, and he basically said something along the lines of like, beating yourself up isn't gonna get it done though. Right, okay, yeah, that really shifted my spirit. That is the sentiment I give to you. Yes, it would be really nice if we got all of our goals accomplished in the time that we set for ourselves. All that will matter to you December 31st, 2026 is that you completed the goal at all. At least that's how it should be. Number 3 is we are going to release 2025. I'm talking 1, 2, 3 release them.
And now, 1, 2, 3 release them.
This really should have been number 1, but we can't go on this path of this year, right? If we have not reflected on and figured out what we need to change from last year. So get a notebook, a piece of paper, any pen, a pencil, whatever, and you're gonna write down these journal prompts to help you do just that. What went well and didn't go well this year and why? Be honest with yourself, okay? Sometimes we get in our own way and it can be hard to admit that, but it's needed if we're going to level up and be iconic this year. Who do I need to forgive? Life can be crazy, okay? I don't know what kind of year y'all had, but in my year, I definitely got hurt in 2025, okay? I'm not ashamed to admit it. Like I just said, sometimes we can get in our own way and sometimes we need to forgive ourselves, because how December 2025 Jameson would have approached some things that January 2025 Jameson was going through are completely different. But how I handled them in January of 2025, I need to be okay with. The only reason I would react differently now is because I have hindsight and I've grown. That's really it. You don't know what you don't know. And sometimes you react the way that you do because you genuinely didn't know any better. We have to forgive ourselves for that, okay? If you didn't react in a healed or healthy way, you should forgive yourself for that because you didn't know. With that, the last one is, how can I give myself more grace in the new year? You are not going to be very go, go, go all the time. You are not going to be motivated all the time. You are going to have days that you're just like, I don't have it in me. And you need to be able to have the capacity and the habits in place that still allow you to give yourself some grace. Like I said, we have an entire new year to get through. You don't need to get everything done by March. Number 4 is we are going to invest in ourselves this year. I'm gonna be very honest, this was not something I did that well in 2025. You don't know, I graduated from college in 2025. I have my bachelor's degree in marketing. Really, my 2025, half of it was, okay, I'm so glad that I'm done and let me just finish. And the second half was like, oh my gosh, I did not plan for this. What do I do now? Sure, I grew, a little bit as one generally would with aging, but I didn't take my personal growth super seriously. I mean, super duper seriously. So this is where we go back to that strategy we made and we figure out a goal that plugs directly back into you, not for the applause of anybody else, not for the aesthetics, not for Instagram, for TikTok, whatever, just for you. So for me, I want to continue creating content for you all. And I also want to go back to school to get another degree in a couple years. So some steps I've taken, I've redone my portfolio because I hated the way it looked and it didn't fit my brand. And if it doesn't fit my brand, it's not going to fit anyone else's brand, right? Gaining more social media and marketing certifications. Looking to start studying for the GMAT. If you're in America and you've gone through a master's degree program, usually most programs require a GMAT or GRE score, similar to how you would need an SAT or an ACT for undergraduate college admissions. So I need to start studying for that if I'm going to take it by the end of this year. And really, these should probably be things that you can start right now. Say for instance, I'm not gonna take my GMAT probably until closer to the end of the year. I don't need to wait until mid-July, August to start studying for my GMAT. I can start studying now. I don't know about y'all, but I have never heard about somebody who failed because they were too prepared. You fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. I don't know, that's just me. And it doesn't have to be anything big, like taking a college entrance exam, okay? It can be, I want to be more intentional with my self-care, so I'm gonna make sure I'm doing my skincare routine every morning and every night. Or I'm gonna order takeout and do a face mask every Friday. These are actionable steps that we can take right now to pour back into you, which is arguably the most important part about getting through this year. And last but most certainly not least, we need to stop taking life so seriously. We as humans, I believe, are not meant to be in this constant cycle of self-improvement. Yes, it is totally okay to want to better yourself and, you know, do all of these things and have all of these new goals. But why are we so serious all the time? Everything is about the aesthetic. Everything, if it's not working towards my goals or contributing to my peace, I'm not doing it. Why? Why did we ever stop doing stuff simply for the plot? Simply because I can and I have free will. Life is so beautiful. And life is really like this. Actually, I'm gonna sit up for this because this is how passionate I am about this. Life is so beautiful, and we take life for granted. This can sound really morbid. Just roll with me here. One day I will not be here. I don't want my family and my friends to get up at my funeral and be like,
yeah, and you know, she worked really hard and she, you know, she never came out with us, but she was always trying to level up. She was always leveling up.
I need to talk about how fun I was. All of the fun memories we got to make together. Like, that is what I want people to remember. Not just my accomplishments and my aesthetics and how many followers I gained on social media and how much money I made. I don't care. I'm not taking those accomplishments to heaven with me, just my soul. Just my happiness. And so in the midst of your goal setting and your self-improvement, I want you to build in time to just live and just have fun without the pressure of aesthetics and recording it for social media and being wrapped up in how everyone else is having fun. I want you to have fun. I want you to have joy and whimsy and liveliness. And just like that, that is all 5 tips. I literally feel a shift in the air. Like, that sounds so cliche and so corny, but I really do feel like 2026 is really gonna be our year if we set our mind to it and we give ourselves some grace. We just enjoy the ride. We're gonna have so much fun. I know I've told y'all some of my goals, but I wanna know what some of your goals are and some ways that you're going to incorporate joy in your life and give yourself grace in the midst of all that. Let me know your goals and your hopes and dreams for 2026 in the comments. We'll chat next time. I hope you have a wonderful January and a wonderful 2026.